This is Amy Chan from CakeDecoratingSchool.com, and if you like cake decorating, you're in the right place. If you're interested in these products, check the links in the description.
In this video, we're going to be talking about unmolding larger pans. So whether it's a larger round or other shape, there's some different things you can do to help ensure that you get your cake out without breaking it. The first thing is to prepare your pan properly for the recipe. So whether that's just greasing and flouring, always want to follow those instructions. And we always line the bottoms of our pans with parchment paper. So even if they cool down a little more than we need to, we're making sure we get a good release. You want to make sure larger size cakes have at least 20 minutes out of the oven. That'll give it time to cool down just a little bit for the crust to set a tiny bit and make it easier to handle. You want to take something like a straight spatula and go along those edges right next to it to make sure that you're releasing it from the pan, but not disturbing your crust on the outside. And then I like to use a large cooling grid and a paper towel, and I find that this works really well. I'm going to take my paper towel, lay it over the top of my pan, use my cooling grid, and then I can grip the edge, that rolled edge of the pan with my fingers and flip everybody over. Now it's easy to give my pan a nice firm tap, and hopefully, sometimes it takes a few shakes. There we go, and you should hear it fall down. That gives us a nice firm surface without too much space, right? So we can't tip things out and accidentally have them break, and it's a good way to get larger layers out of the pans. And if they're still warm, this paper towel will absorb a little of the extra moisture, potentially any grease or butter from the cakes, right? And keep it from sticking to that grid, which means that later then you can flip it over to the side that has this parchment, right? And this will allow it to cool completely and get airflow underneath on both sides.
If you enjoyed this video and you'd like more about the cake decorating materials and equipment we use, or just some inspirational videos about cake decorating itself, you can follow us on Insta or YouTube at Cake Decorating School. If you'd like to know more about yearly membership and what it entails, you can go to www.cakedecoratingSchool.com for more information. And if you're interested in these products, you can check the links in the description.